When you talk about innovation, innovation is basically creating a new product, service, or a new process. When you talk about standards, and when you talk about benchmarks, basically it's a methodology that's already been created or a benchmark that's already been set, and you need to follow that. The problem is that it leads to three issues, three limitations. The first is limitation itself and thinking out of the box. When you've created a methodology, when you've created a process, essentially people within organizations need to follow that process, whether they like it or not. So it breaks them from going on a tangent and thinking otherwise. So they need to be in step 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is how it's supposed to be done. And you can't think otherwise because the organization has done it before. And that is the first problem and conundrum that we face within organizations. The second issue is that you're always comparing yourself across industry. An issue that might happen is that you might be comparing the productivity of people within one organization, let's suppose from an oil sector to an FMCG, and the productivity is very different. Maybe they might put in different hours and maybe they might have a different output. That's the second problem that we have, is comparing ourselves to across industry, and even comparing country-wise issues. So it might be a company that's based in the US, for instance, and a company that's based in Asia. They're different contexts, they're different background of people, and I don't think that comparison is valid. The third issue is comparison with other industries itself. So what I believe personally is you need to compare yourself with yourself. The issue is where you are today, where you were yesterday, and where you need to be tomorrow. And that's how you're supposed to compare. So in essence, standards and benchmark deteriorate or let's say cut innovation, and because they don't allow you essentially to think out of the box, and not your people, not your whole organization, so they kill the culture of innovation itself, and you end up comparing yourself to other industries which might not be relevant to yours, and you stop comparing yourself to yourself. So a healthy reflective progress is essentially broken down.